So we just wanted to give everybody an update on this master bath for roll-in shower, just complete setup for Natalie's wheelchair access. And as you can see, this sliding, what do you call this door? In-wall door, whatever, is broke again, and it's been broke again for a long time. We initially fixed it before we put the molding and paint up, we, the church, and everybody that's associated with the church, I should say. But I think this door itself is a little dry rotted, so the screws that go in these brackets here keep loosening up after we do it. And it's a huge job now to take all the molding, the trim down. We'd probably have to repaint it and do a lot of other stuff just to fix this door. It needs to be fixed, but maybe if we get it down, we might just have to build or buy a new door instead of using a used one that is just gonna fall through. Those screws just aren't gonna hold it. You guys haven't seen this at all. So the solution that the church, the people doing the renovations or whatever, decided to do was to extend this wall out. What is that, 14 inches or so? I don't know. This side sheetrock, and it's pieced together with 3 pieces of sheetrock there, and they just kind of, it is what it is. But as we go in here, they used, I don't know what this is called, but this is a waterproof something, and it stops there, 14 or so inches below the ceiling, screwed in. Sometimes they put some silicone in there, but they said this is not paintable. It's not a paintable surface, but it's white, so I guess that's okay. On the other side here at the outer wall, they've extended it, what is that, about 4 foot or so? I don't know the exact measurements. They use that same material here and here. It kind of comes in at a angle there, I guess, so that it can fit the shower curtain that goes, or rod that goes here to here, so it's kind of flat. And then I think that's sheetrock back here on this last 1.5 to 2 inches or so. They were coming around with 2, 3, 4 ideas, did not know probably whether or not it would work. But the ultimate solution was to make a fiberglass extra pan here. You got your pan there that's commercially made, and they tried to tack this pan and an extra drain here, and it's at an angle, as you can see there with the threshold. I think that's some kind of molding or something they kind of just sealed there to stop the water from coming out into the floor. That was happening. And the biggest reason, I guess, why we needed an extension was because the roll-in shower chair went further back than that threshold. So if you're shooting water out and taking a shower with that roll-in shower chair, no matter which direction you're facing, the water was just going to go all over the floor. Anybody helping that person was going to get soaking wet, with the rain hit and all that stuff. And then, because this was so ugly, we paid extra for I guess it's a fiberglass white paint, or dyed fiberglass. So this was just ugly fiberglass with whatever color plywood and stuff. And then it was painted over with another coat of, I guess, fiberglass or epoxy or whatever that is already dyed the white color, similar to the walls and the pan there. And as I said, there's an extra drain there. But ultimately, did this fix our issues? That's the big question. And why is the floor still undone and the old toilet still there versus the new toilet that we bought months and months ago? And to answer that question, the design was bad at the beginning. There was you could try to do little things like this to try to make things better than they were, and that probably helped a little bit, except for the fact that where they tied it to the old pan, is already cracking, and even in the edge there's some cracking and flaking going on. I mean, so most likely this is going to rot this floor out, eventually. And with what little use it has gotten with, and I'm going to say what little use with us as a family, but not Natalie. Natalie got into this one time, and it was a nightmare, and she could not do anything on her own in this shower. This shower design is made for somebody that is totally impaired and can't do anything on their own. And in the best of circumstances, somebody totally paralyzed, where you have to have a nurse or CNA or attendant, assistant, whatever you want to call them, bathe that person for them. And she does not want that. And when you do that, despite having this extension here, the other person gets soaking wet too, and it's just not a good scenario. So I'm going to reiterate this and say there is no way to make this roll-in shower work the way we intended it. There's no way to make it work where Natalie, we can just put her in the tub or the shower and make it work. And there's other reasons too. We were in charge of getting the shower head system and stuff. But based on what I've seen, we would have to have a shower head in the front like that, and also a shower head way back here shooting at an angle to get, one front side, one back side. And, that hose on that sprayer will not fit back here behind a shower chair. So you're going to wash your front or you're going to wash your back. You're not going to wash both. Again, we could do something like add a second head, and that would make things better, but it still does not make it the way it needed to be. And most likely, the shower needs to be probably double the width. And do you know how much width this was? What is it, 36 inches or something? Or 32? Well, let me take a tape measure. She says 42. Okay, I just took a tape measure. It looks like it measures about 37 inches from here to here on its narrowest points, I guess. They might call it a 38 if they're measuring it here to here. I want to say that this cost total, all this stuff, somewhere around $8,000. And I'm guessing we probably needed something that was closer to a 72-inch shower-ish, 60, 72, something like that, with a bench like you see a lot of them have on like new construction and where you get the preformed shower heads, except a roll-in pan. What I've also noticed is this drain probably isn't 100% level. The water seems to go over here versus straight into that. It's probably not a problem considering there's, a little barrier there, and most likely by the time it gets to the top of that barrier, it'll just go down to the drain. The thing is, even if we could have known about this before and afforded a big one, most likely something would have to be taken away. Maybe this big master bedroom closet, which takes up that space, and then the toilet moves somewhere else, maybe where we have our towel rack there, our towel shelves. We could probably nitpick about a lot of things, but I guess let's just keep this with the updates. What's been done? Did it fix the problem? No, it has not. So we're stuck with something that's kind of fun and enjoyable and nice for the kids and even me to shower in, if we don't rot the floor with, that cracked fiberglass where they tried to seam it together there, but not something Natalie can use. And we're not going to go do another bunch of fundraising and spend a year, 2 years trying to fundraise, and people saying, oh, well, didn't you do that 2 or 3 years ago? Didn't you do a fundraiser, and you got your shower? Why are you doing it again? Are you a scammer? No, and it took a lot to do all the videos and updates and, everything. That took a lot out of our time, out of our family time. And I just don't see this getting fixed through those methods, and it may never get fixed. I don't know. What do you want to say about this, Natalie?
So I guess the overall gist, yes, you'd say, is I'm extremely grateful for what the volunteers have done. However, it does not work. I don't want to blame anyone for anything, so I'm not saying it's them or it's my fault or anything. It wasn't thought through very well at all by anyone, and we kind of just put it by ear, and yeah, it doesn't work.
And any updates have just fizzled out. Nobody has contacted us saying let's finish up or anything.
Yeah, so I don't know what's happening.
It just seems like they got done with us and that's it.
I don't know what to do. I'm lost. Lost and confused. It is what it is, but what do I do? Like, I invested so much time and so much money hoping and praying for this, and it's not working.
So we have so many other projects, more in-home, repairs and stuff like that, and out-of-the-home repairs to focus on. And now we still have to look at this every day, and it's, like I said, the kids enjoy the shower, but if it rots the floor or something, what's the purpose though? The kids didn't need an $8,000 shower, right? So yeah, it's I don't know. Like she said,
we're in a rock and a hard place, or at a rock and a hard place, or however you say that.
Like a that or a double-edged sword. You're darned if you do, darned if you don't. Somebody helped and tried to help, and maybe they just knew a little bit about it and they read up, oh, this is what somebody in a wheelchair needs, but it wasn't. You have to, when you deal with somebody in a wheelchair, you have to accommodate their specific needs, not just generalize everybody in a wheelchair.
That's about it for our updates. We don't know where we're going from here, but stay tuned. Like this video and subscribe to our channel.